RTG presents Mighty Number 9 with Salty Dog Tao.
So I get an email, like everybody else who's backed this project up, and of course I'm thinking it's another basic update of what's going on with this company, and it's update number 105 from Comcept. So it's the people who are making Mighty Number 9. So I'm like, okay, a lot of people were already gearing up on my Facebook feed on what the hell is going on with it, and a lot of them were kind of sad. I didn't really read all into it, but I read the email anyway. And of course, you know, my reactions to it is whatever, but I'll actually read it to you. To the fans eagerly waiting the release of Mighty Number 9. Unfortunately, alright, we're already at a bad start. We have an announcement that will be very disappointing to all of you. I ain't gonna lie, holy shit. You don't start with unfortunately and having disappointing in one fucking sentence. That right there will piss off a lot of people. In preparation for the February release of Mighty Number 9, we have been working hard with our partners to resolve any network issues and porting work necessary to publish Mighty Number 9 on the various platforms. However, the issues relating to the network modes are more critical than expected, and it has become apparent that we will have to delay the game from its February 9th release date. Okay. I don't know what to say to that, because a lot of people who have spent more money than I have, I mean, like say if it's around 250, 500, 1,000, I only paid $60 because I just want my game, and I want a digital art book, you know, because I love the art books. But to delay the game again for the third time, that is holy shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Comcept, I get they are an indie company and they've hyped this game for so long. A lot of people have been like impatient about the release, which is understandable because of all the delays and stuff like that. But you know, I'm used to it because I'm a person that actually go for the 2 years, 3 years waiting for a game to come out. So I'm one of those guys. So I don't care. You know, as long as they actually get the game finished and there's no bugs or crappy shit going on with it, I'm fine. But people who have been used to a year and a half or less than a year releases, you know, they're gonna be pissed. And it's those people that are actually spending oodles amount of money to get what they wanted from this Kickstarter. Now, Keiji Inafune, he's a good guy. He's working really hard, and he doesn't have the backing of a major corporation. That's where it is. It's all him and everybody else. Well, I think, wait, no, he does. I think it's Deep Silver from what I last remember, which was, they were in charge of doing Saints Row, which was the fourth game, not the third. Or was it? No, it was with the third too. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff you gotta like balance on how many freaking developers that are actually going around, you know, doing stupid shit and not doing stupid shit. So it's whatever. But here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. For me, I'm just like, okay, how many releases are we gonna get until we get the final release? It's like, I get it, they're critical, but now you have, like, you know, a corporation backing you now. You might want to use their resources. It shouldn't take this long for a 2.5D game to actually be finished. I don't know what they're doing. Usually 3D is a little bit more, you know, wonky because you got glitches, you got models, you know, skeletons that are actually not on par, and they have to do a lot of debugging. 2.5, however, we've seen a lot of 2.5s, and they'll take their time and actually, you know, do what they need to do, but it won't be bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking pretty painful for Inafune and his crew. I don't know what to say. Past that point, when the game releases, a lot of people won't be hyped for it. They'll just be like, yeah, I got my copy, let's go play it. That's it. That's all you'll get from them. It won't be like, oh man, I've waited, this is gonna be the thing, this is gonna be the successor that's gonna beat fucking Mega Man, stuff like that, and it's not. It's gonna be a very, not fleshed out, it's gonna be a very mundane game. Even if it's got all the fixings that every gamer has asked, every survey that they went through, they're gonna get what they want and they'll still be meh, because empty promises. I mean, nowadays people should expect empty promises. And I mean, I don't blame them. That's a thing. But but yeah, for me, I'm not gonna lie. From this point on, Inafune has to do something about that. Because giving a set date, I wouldn't give people a set date, period. If you want my honest opinion, from any game company that's out there, don't tell us about your release date. Just let it happen. At this point in time, because you're trying to hit a demand that's almost fucking impossible to do, especially when you add in more people to your team to try and actually get this taken care of. I mean, when you think about it, Unity kind of fell through its ass because of like 2 developing teams on either side of the fucking country, doing the same game, but then different reactions and different things that are coming to at the same time. It doesn't really work. So I mean, for them, maybe, I don't know, but communication is a fucking key when it comes to gaming. But to be honest, that's where we're at right now, is that I just want gamers, like, to just be patient. I'm not saying that I'm for it, because I'm not, because I want my game too. I put it for Wii U because I'm one of those fuckers that didn't want it on a PS4 and Xbox One because I didn't have it at the time. And I had an actual Wii U, and I said, why the fuck not? Let's keep it, to the original people, to Nintendo. There it is. So you got Mega Man's, spiritual successor, put it in the Nintendo, call it a day. But other than that, I don't know, man. For people who have spent a lot of money, especially in the 10 grand to actually meet Inafune, eat dinner with the motherfucker, hotel expense, stuff like that, they must be riled as fuck from what they're not receiving. They probably already got their rewards, because some people usually get stuff before the people who spend $100 less, $100 and less. But I don't know what to say. And if people were asking for their money back because it's not the game they expected it to be, where's that money going to come from? Because it's not going to come from the Kickstarter campaign. It has to come from the wallets of Comcept themselves, or Deep Silver, whoever is going to pay that bill. Because when you got someone enraged, not like my ass, I'm just kind of like silently screaming, but at the same time I'm like, you're so fucking used to it now, who fucking cares at this point? Be fucking great. I mean, have a return on your investment, and it's just like, hey, you know what? I want a full return. I don't want anything else. And just like, you've promised, and you keep breaking the promise, you keep burning the bridges, and you're giving us little rewards saying we are sorry. Because the last time they did I think it was their first delay or second delay around that time, that they gave us a free game, which was Mighty Gun Vault, which was the 8-bit game. It wasn't the one we were thinking about, which was the Gun Vault, the actual full Inti Creates game. Now, of course, Inti Creates were helping them with it. Yeah, I guess it's just whatever. But they gave that to us for free, and I was not liking it. I was like, well, that's great. You're giving me a free game, free 8-bit game that probably took you 2 minutes to make. And just like, making an 8-bit game ain't shit. For what you're adding onto it, different story. But yeah, oh my goodness. So we'll see what happens with this one. And of course, it says in the email that this is no excuse. It looks like an excuse to me, motherfucker. It really is. Because you're writing an email saying, because of this, we have to do this. Okay, don't apologize, because you just did. And just like, there's no excuse for it. We already get that. Don't make it blatantly obvious that this is no excuse. Because you need to fix this shit, and you need to kind of give something to everyone who's been waiting for it for a long time. And it's actually going on 3 years. Like, it's been going on 3 years. It was actually in September 2013. So 2.5 years. There might be some delays, and that's happened for any fucking game. But to be honest, after a while, on the third delay and all the other stuff that you're trying to make, which was Red Ash, which was being kickstarted, but then they got that pulled. And there was another thing that Inafune was working on with another game company. I can't remember what it was. They had this little weird orb dog thing happening. But to be honest, if you've been having other games that you've been working on, but this is the one where your fucking game, like the one that everybody was raging about, when, you know, like fanboy, fangirl was just like, I can't wait for this game to come out, you might want to set this on high priority, because the other two ain't shit at that point. You might want to just focus that on somewhere else. But that's all I gotta say about it. But tell me what you think. Put your shit in the comments. All the good stuff, because I like reading good, bad, it's all whatever at this point. But yeah, but this is me signing out. And hey, play out wherever the fuck you want. It's your game.
Subscribe, motherfucker.